on really big. Good evening, Alison and Christine. Hello, lovely to see you. So we're going to start, and if Ginny comes in, we'll put her kind of in the middle there, in a COVID-friendly sort of a fashion. Right, let's turn that off. I'm keeping the windows open and a draft through. However, if it gets too drafty or cold, you need to let me know. And we'll try and keep the bathroom door open, and then that keeps the air moving through. If it does get too chilly, I'll put the fan on, but I have to say I hate the fan. It's the worst £500 I've ever spent. It makes me very angry. Doesn't make me angry at all. It makes me very happy that you're all safe. And that's what we're going to talk about. That is our theme for the evening. Recovering a sense of safety. I'm reading a wonderful book. Some of you might have read it in the past. It's called The Artist's Way. It's a fantastic book. It's the kind of an early self-help book, really, using journaling to unlock your own creativity. And it's this lovely idea that we're all creative in different ways. I'm creative. I honour my creativity in the writing that I do. Certainly in the past, when I used to make a lot of time for writing, I get a lot of pleasure from writing with words. I think you know that. But also in the way I teach. A lot of my creativity comes out in the way that I teach and the way that I want to express the ideas that I want to get across. And also, where else am I creative? Don't know. Not really in my cooking these days, I have to say. My gardening's going downhill fast as well. However, I'm working on that. So it's about unlocking our own creativity. And we were all creative at some stage. And then somebody would have said, oh, dance, that was the thing. I thought I was going to be a dancer. And then my mother laughed, and that laugh cut deep. And I've always been slightly embarrassed every time I try and dance ever since. And funnily enough, this weekend with the workshops that I was doing this weekend, Melanie Griffiths came and we did some dancing with Melanie. And it was really quite emotional because actually all I could hear was my mother laughing. And, my mother was an ex-ballet dancer. So when I tried to dance, it was a way of connecting with my mum. And yeah, she wasn't impressed. So there will have been key points in your life when you will have produced something maybe and it wasn't received well, or somebody, maybe you did want to be a landscape gardener or something creative, and somebody went, oh, there's no money in that. Or you have to work all winter and you'll get chilblains or something. I can't think, I'm just being glib at the moment. But so if you didn't feel supported in your creativity, then it's very easy to have that squashed or to feel muffled or constrained with your creativity. And yoga, although it can be a very creative space for you, but it's a way of unlocking your own creativity. However, you need to feel supported and you need to feel safe. And we're going to talk today, as you practice, about ways of feeling supported and ways of feeling safe on your mat and in life. Okay, so shall we begin by lying down? And take your legs apart and let your feet relax out to the sides. And take your arms away from your body and turn your palms up to face the ceiling. And just take a lovely deep breath in through the nose. And let go with a soft sigh through the mouth. And again, deep breath in through the nose. And out through the mouth with a gentle sigh. And as you settle into the space, as you settle into the breath, breathing through the nose, inhaling, and having a sense of letting go on the out breath. As you do this, I want you to know that you are welcome here, that you are safe here, that you are cherished here and you are honored here. And I am very grateful to see you. I'm so glad you made it. I was worried you weren't going to make it, Ginny. Thank you. So you do all of that and you make your way, and I'll put a mat out for you. Where's your mat? There. You go and get changed and I'll sort that out for you. Sorry. Don't be sorry. We're just grateful you made it. So stay focused. Breathe deep. You might want to just move out a little bit. You four, just move out just a little bit so that you've got that fine. You two are fine there. It's just these four just need to, just so that we've got that 1.5 meters between faces. Because although we're pleased to see her, we don't know where she's been. Yeah, door is shut. Oh, that one. Sorry. No, that's fine. Thank you, sweetie. And turning your palms down to face the floor. Inhale and slowly reach the arms up towards the ceiling. And exhale and take the arms back behind you. Relax the arms here, take a deep breath in. Now as you breathe out, give the right hand side of your body a lovely stretch. And then relax. A deep breath in. And breathing out, give the left hand side of your body a lovely stretch. Fingers away, heel away, point through into the toes. And then relax. Deep breath in. And breathe out and give the whole of your body a lovely stretch. And then relax. Inhaling, float the arms slowly up towards the ceiling. And breathe out and bring the arms beside your body. We'll relax the arms here. We'll take a deep breath in. And breathing out, turn the head gently to the right. Inhaling to the center. And breathing out and looking to the left. Inhale, center. Breathe out, look right. Inhale, center. And breathe out, look left. And inhale gently back to the middle. Bend your knees and hug your knees up towards your chest. Have your hands lightly on the knees and turn the knees in a circle. And then turn the knees the other way. And then come to stillness. Bring the arms beside your body. Squeeze the knees lightly together and press the lower back deep into the earth. Take a breath. And as you breathe out, slowly take the toes down to touch the floor behind your bottom. Inhaling the knees back in towards the chest. Exhaling toes towards the earth. Keeping the lower back spreading wide on the earth. Try and move from the hip, Cheryl, rather than just the knees. That's better. You feel the difference? Yeah, cool. And then next time the knees are up, keep them there. Reach the legs up towards the sky. Press the hands down into the floor, lightly press the lower back deeply down into the earth. Floint your feet, so the ball of the foot stretches higher than the toes pull gently back. Breathe in. As you breathe out, take the right leg down to touch the floor, keeping the left leg still and bright. Inhale, right leg comes up. Exhale, left leg comes down. Don't let the right leg externally rotate. Inhale, back up. And keep working with these single leg lifts and drops. Keep your head heavy on the floor. Don't build any unnecessary tension into the body. And inhale, bring both legs up. And breathe out, bend the knees, take the arms between the legs, take hold of the outside edges of your feet, and bring your shins perpendicular to the floor, lovingly drawing the knees down beside you. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, kick the right heel away, as if you were straightening the right leg. Inhale, bring the knee back. Blissful baby. Exhale, kick the left leg away into the hand. Inhale back. Exhale right. And just keep working with this. Okay, last one. And then slowly release your feet down to the floor behind your bottom. Bring your arms beside your body with your palms facing down. Take a deep breath in. Stay with me. And exhale, roll your pubic bone in towards your belly button. Push down through your heels and float the spine off the mat, bone by bone. Breathe in at the top. And breathe out. Inhale at the top and exhale slowly down. Keep working with this, lifting out breath. Walk your feet a little wider apart. Inhale. Drop your knees over to the right. That's it. Inhaling center. Exhaling right. Inhaling center. Exhaling left. And inhaling slowly back to the middle. Between your legs and clasp your hands together. And you can extend the first two fingers, the index finger and the middle finger. Lift your head off the mat. And as you exhale, hands between your legs. Exhale, come halfway down with the head. Exhale, pull lower back and reach your hands up between your legs. Inhale, halfway down. Exhale. Inhale. And there's a room through the lower back to do this. If it's too much for your neck, just take one hand behind your head. Support your neck. And then release. To sitting. And come over your knees. Our toes under. Off the mat. Just pausing. A little bit your knees. Just on the floor with look between your back. Shift the sitting bones behind us and come into downward facing dog. And one of the ways you can feel safe and you can feel supported is to feel steady. If we're always leaping about all over the place, there can be a sense of feeling unanchored and untethered. Ginny, take your hands an inch wider, please. That's it. Inhale. exhale and take the knees to the floor, sink the bottom back, coming into the pose of the child. Taking a long, slow, deep breath in and out of the body. So one of our chief needs with creativity is to feel supported. To feel held. And when we can tap into the vibrant energy of life, then we can begin to trust. For life is pure energy, pure creative energy. And we need to trust that it's safe to open ourselves up to greater energy. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, walk your hands in towards your feet, turn your toes under and roll your heels towards the earth. And just take a few little rolls through the hips. Then this time, keeping the toes turned under, drop the bottom towards the heels, and then come forward into Balasana, pose of the child with the toes turned under, just stretching through the soles of your feet. Maybe come up on fingertips and let the outer armpit drop down towards the floor and just be in this shape for a moment patiently. And then we'll walk the hands slowly back towards the knees. Unroll the spine. Drop the heels towards the mat and hang very passively over your legs. Bring your thumbs together. And when you're ready, with an in-breath, sweep up to the right, big circle to the right, coming on up. And exhale to the left. Change direction, come up to the left, reaching all the way up. And exhale to the right. Inhaling to the right, coming up, big circle. And exhale to the left. Last time. Inhaling right. Exhaling left. And then we'll bend the knees, push down through the inner heels and inhale and reach up and back. And exhale and release and bring the hands to the heart. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Deep breath in. And slow breath out. Bring your feet together. Reach your hands up towards the sky. And take your hands around the opposite elbow. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, come over to the right. Push your left hip away from you. Inhale, come on up. Keep squeezing the inner legs together. And exhale, come over to your left, pushing the right hip away as you work. Inhale, come back up to the center. And exhale and release the hands behind your back. Take the hands, clasp the fingers together. Inhale, open the heart. And as you exhale, come forward over your legs. Bend the knees. Inhale, look forward and sweep the arms forward and reach up to Uttanasana. And then exhale and swim your hands behind you as you straighten the legs. Let's do that again. Inhale, heart opens. Exhale, come forward, stretching the arms away from your back. Bending the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, reach up. Exhale, swim home, straightening the legs. Hands come behind us. Inhale, chest opens. Exhale, come forward. And we'll take a few breaths here. Spread your toes wide. Feel the connection of the earth. Oh, I know what I might have done. Okay, don't rock the weight back into the heels. Inhale. Exhale, release your hands and walk your hands forward down your mat and come to downward facing dog. And for many of us, this feels like coming home. This feels safe. Let's try rolling over the toes in a different way here. So just taking the weight into the left foot, roll the right toes down and come onto the top of the right foot. That's it, articulating the toes, and then roll gently back. And then go the other way. Sorry, or do the other foot rather than go a different way. And maybe just take a few of these little movements. Just learning about the mobility in your foot, in your toes. When you've done that a few times each side, then just come to stillness. Inhale and reach the right leg up towards the sky. Come high on the left tippy toes, and as you exhale, step the right foot forward between your hands. Push down through your left hand and inhale and reach your right arm up towards the sky. Take the head back between the shoulders. Right hand up, Ginny, left. You're fine, you're fine. That's good. You see, you haven't forgotten how to do it. Inhale, bright through the back leg, really bright down, that's it. Inhale. And as you exhale, the hand comes down to the mat. We'll drop the back knee to the earth and we'll come into Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, look forward. And as you exhale, walk your hands all the way around to the right. Other way, Lisa, other right. That's it. And look over your right shoulder gently. So very often what makes us not feel supported and what makes us feel unsafe is our own inner voice with echoes perhaps from our creative vampires from the past. And we have to learn to listen to those naughty puppies, those thoughts that are naughty puppies that are just being unhelpful, maybe even being unkind, tyrants. And we need to learn to put them on a lead and just to let them do their thing without buying into their nonsense. And then walk the hands towards the front of the mat. And inhale and drop forward, bringing your hands up to your knee, lifting up through the lower belly and lifting the left arm up towards the sky. Have the thumb pointing backwards and lengthen up into the little finger. Turn your hand, that's it. Reach up a little higher. Begin to reach backwards just a little bit. Inhale, come on up. And exhale, take the hands to the mat, lift the back knee. And you're going to walk round to your left. Bring your feet parallel with each other. Hands under the shoulders, breathe in, look forward. And exhale and bow deeply in. And take some lovely deep breaths into the lower back. Into the backs of your legs. Don't go too deeply that you wobble. So just how can you make it feel easy down? Apart from going home, sitting on the sofa. Don't go home. Don't make it that easy. So just, don't push yourself so much. Inhale, look forward. And exhale and walk back to the front of the mat and drop the back knee to the floor. Move into the lunge, inhale, look up. And as you exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into a press up position. Exhale, press back. Inhale, forward into a press up position. Exhale, come back. One more time, inhale forward into a press up position. Exhale, press back. And inhale and float the left leg up towards the sky. High on the right tippy toes and exhale, step the left foot forward between your hands. You push down through your right hand and inhale and lift up through your left arm. Right hand, you're fine. That's it. So sometimes our imposter syndrome will perhaps suggest that we're not meant to be here, that this isn't our home, that we're not safe here. And they're not right. They really are not right. Inhale and exhale. The hand will come down, the back knee will come to the floor, and we'll sink back into Ardha Hanumanasana. So when you find your imposter syndrome telling you that bungee jumping is dangerous, or that your needlecraft looks bad, or your written word is pants, or whatever it is, then you can begin to use affirmations where you turn that negative thought into a positive opposite. So you'll say, it's safe for me to write my words. It is safe for me to be in a yoga class. I am allowed to go and start my new business. And you can repeat those. Affirmations are like writing a health prescription for your mind until the affirmation becomes louder than the doubts, than the limiting beliefs. And you feel steady standing in this new truth. Inhale, come forward into the lunge and take your left hand to your left thigh. Inhaling, the right arm comes up. Sink a little deeper down, lift a little higher up, and begin to reach a little further back. Lengthen from your elbow into your little finger. Turn your thumb a little wider. Oh, you look great, guys. Inhale. And exhale, and gently release. Pick your back knee up off the floor and walk to your right. Bring your hands to your hips and bring your knees in tight. Sorry. There's only certain people that will understand that one. Bend your knees, press down through your heels, come all the way up. And exhale and release. I made my kids watch Rocky Horror during lockdown, and they kept looking at me going, this is just not funny. I just don't get it. Why was this such a cult classic? Do you guys even know what Rocky Horror is? You're probably too young.
I've seen it.
You've seen it. Okay, well, there is. Tracy doesn't even know what we're talking about.
I dressed up. I've been to the party.
You've been to the party. Okay, Ginny, are you old enough to know Rocky Horror shows?
I'm with you.
Oh, actually, but then watching it, I kind of went, yeah, the beginning's a little bit stronger than the end, I have to say. Anyway, so, indeedy, let's work with Tita Park. And then you're going to turn your right foot out and push your left heel away. Bring your hips to face the garden or the computer and get your hips level, left and right. And don't tip your belly forward because that just makes a mess on the floor. Lift up the contents of your belly. Inhale, arms up to shoulder height. And as you exhale, bend the right knee. Let's take a warrior to start with. Check that the knee is going in the same direction as the foot. Better. And press into the outside of the left foot and turn your gaze and look down the right arm. Keep your spine perpendicular with the floor. Keep a balance between the work in the front of the body and the tailbone. Your feet could be a little wider apart, Cheryl, I think. Yeah. And you can have your toes slightly further forward than your heel. And the same with you, Ginny. It does. Bring your toes up and your heel away. That's it. Yeah. Nice work. And then when you're ready, inhale. And as you exhale, take your right elbow down to your right knee. Sweep the left arm forward until it comes by your cheek. And the palm is facing the floor, Helen. Yeah, oh, so it is. Sorry, it was just an optical illusion from my... Honestly, look, this is the other way up. Tuck the right sitting bone underneath you. I was a bit surprised. And then lengthen from the outside of your left foot into your fingertips. Wrap those right sitting bones, that row, those beneath ribs, those bottom ribs forward, peeling the left ribs back. And then push through the right foot and inhale and come up. Rest your hands on your hips, give your arms a little rest. Turn your feet the other way. Left foot turns out, right heel goes away. Hips face the long side of the mat, and we contain the contents of the pelvis without losing any of that sacred energy. Inhale, the arms come up. And again, keeping the pelvis level, exhale and bend your left knee. And then we simply turn the gaze and look down the left arm, and there's no drama. Knee pressing towards the little toe, Cheryl. That's it. Don't take your head forward. Keep it neatly lined up, your north and south poles. That's nice, Lisa. Good, Helen. You're all looking really good. Take a breath in. And breathe out. Take the elbow to the knee. Sweep the right arm forward. And then bring it, sweep it by your cheek. The palm is facing the earth. You're lengthening all the way from your right ankle into your right little finger. The left ribs are coming forward. The right ribs are peeling back. And it's so sweet. Bend your front knee a little bit more, Lisa. That's it. Bring the arm back into space behind you. That's it. Keep sending it that direction. Oh, you could stay here all night, couldn't you? It's so nice. Inhale, come on up. And exhale, windmill the right arm past your ear. Take the hands down to the mat. And step back to downward facing dog. Inhale high up on the tippy toes, and exhale, take the knees down to the mat. Keep your toes turned under as you come up onto your knees. Toes turned under. Okay, so begin with your hands on your hips, elbows back, and you're going to lift up through the front of the body. Take the front of your throat towards the back of your neck and peel yourself back. And then inhale. Exhale, look to the right and squat. And exhale. And then we'll come onto the belly. And just come up on your elbows. No big deal. Elbows just in front of the shoulders. Knees hip distance apart. You're going to bend your right knee and reach your right hand back and find the inside edge of your foot. Viv, do you want to, you right one leg at a time? All right, you see where you go. And then you're going to just kind of loving towards your bottom, just as far as you comfortably can. Right elbow comes to the mat, and it's no big deal. You're just kind of like lounging around, perfectly safe, very secure here. No one's going to ask me to do anything silly with my knees. And then you're just going to bend your knee. See if you were reading a comic on the beach, as you do, and you reach the left hand back and you find the inside of your foot so that you can begin to invite the heel down beside your bottom, maybe to the floor. Or maybe you'll just kind of imagine that. Send the knee away. And then release. Good, that's half frog, as you know. All right, let's take the elbows just in front of the shoulders, both hands to the floor. Anchor the hands, pull the heart forward, and just bend your knees. And reach your heels up towards the sky. Press your pelvis down. And exhale and release. One hand on top of the other hand. I am a firm believer in approaching something every day that frightens you just a little bit. Because otherwise, I think our sense of safety and security will just slowly but surely spiral inwards, and we will have less and less faith in our ability to achieve things that are outside of our comfort zone. And maybe you've always wanted to learn to play the guitar, and you say, you know what, I'm 50 now, I'm never going to learn to play the guitar. Well, you're certainly not if that's your attitude. You know, and I have this with people when they ring me up, and people don't ring me up anymore, they send me emails, and to talk about their yoga and whether they should start a yoga practice. And those self-limiting beliefs come out. Oh, well, I had a baby. That one comes up a lot. Yeah. Or I fell off a horse when I was 13. Whatever these stories are, that have stopped them feeling safe and able to feel safe in pushing their edge. And I think that's kind of what yoga does when you come to a class and someone takes you outside your comfort zone just a little bit. So that you can play with being alive, with that creative energy. It's all the same. Okay, slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Bhujangasana with a variation. So lift your shoulders up away from the floor and send your shoulders down towards your elbows. And come up into your standard cobra. Get comfy then, collarbones nice and wide. Inhale and bend the right knee. Exhale down. Inhale, bend the left knee. And here comes cramp. Inhale, bend the right knee. Exhale down. Inhale, left knee. Exhale. Stuff. Exhale and slowly come down. Push up onto your hands and your knees. Bring your big toes to touch. Take your knees comfortably wide apart and drop your bottom back towards your heels. Just pause halfway. Breathe in. And when you're ready, breathe out. Slide your left arm all the way underneath you. Twist to the left, dropping the left shoulder and the left temple to the floor. And then the right hand comes across the small of your back. And you wriggle the fingers down by your left waist. And we breathe. Right hand comes down to the earth. Press lightly down through the right hand. And inhale, come back to the center. Left hand to the earth. Breathe in. And breathe out. Thread your right arm all the way underneath you to the floor. Right temple comes down. And then take the left hand behind your back. Slide the fingers down by the right waist. And breathe. And gently release your left hand down to the floor. Press lightly into it. And inhale. And come back. Roll onto the knees. Cross the ankles. And come to sitting on the floor. Okay. It's all right. Keeping an eye on you. Bring the soles of your feet together. Take your hands... Take them 3 hand lengths away from you. Slide your hands down towards your knees. Are you girls warm enough at that end? Okay, inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, take the elbows wide. And relax your forehead down towards your feet. Inhale, heart lifts, look forward. And exhale and release. Bring your knees together. Draw your heels in towards you. And some like to take their arms underneath the knees and some like to wrap their arms around the knees. And you're going to pop up to a point of balance. So this is pose of the child. It's the pose that you had within the womb. And some feel very safe here. Especially with the womb music from my fan. Others find this quite a traumatic shape because it's the shape you draw into when you're really frightened. So it has a different emotional effect on different people. But assuming you feel safe, you can just drop your forehead down towards your knees. Coming into your cosmic egg, pulling the energy around you like a golden egg shape. And rather like a chrysalis, you're going to rewrite your own narrative. All of the things that your imposter syndrome tells you that you can't do, that you're not worthy of. You're going to rewrite them as an affirmation and tell yourself that you are allowed to cook or play music or dance naked. Down. One more. Left. Down. Feels really safe, this class, doesn't it? Right. You feel very supported. And slowly release. Okay. So let's take the soles of the feet together and drop the knees open. Hands holding the feet, walk the feet in towards your heels. Inhale, lift the heart. And just take a couple of breaths here, releasing the shoulders, lifting the gaze. Breathing right up towards your collarbones. Breathing a sense of quiet, gentle poise and confidence into the shape. Letting the petals of your knees drop open. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, drop your pubic bone forward. Take the elbows wide. And slowly but surely come forward over your legs. Straightening the arms, inhale, come on up. And exhale and release. So I'd like you to take your legs wide apart. Maybe you can get a little further than you've gone. If you need to turn sideways on your mat, turn sideways. If you feel your sitting bones are being pulled underneath you, you could take a thin block, like one of my grey blocks, and put that underneath you. You could take one of those. Have you got one of those? Have you got a grey block? Where's your grey block? Tracy's pinched your grey block.
Yeah.
Oh, she lied. Yeah, you do take that nonsense from him. And so take your fingertips behind you and push a little bit with the fingertips. If you are on a block, don't ram your knees down towards the floor. Just keep a slight pull of the heels in towards you. And flex your feet, Cheryl. Oh, okay. Okay. Point your feet, Cheryl. Flex that one. No, don't. No, keep it. Keep them the same. And then you're going to be aware of the pubic bone, and you're going to invite it forward. And you invite it forward. Now, if it actually feels as if it is moving forward, and you're not straining, then the hands can come forward. If it feels like if you took the hands away, you just kind of, then keep the hands behind you and just create that length in your belly. And then if the hands have come behind you, come to the floor in front of you, then by all means just play around with that. Now don't be desperate. Don't lead with your chin in a desperate fashion. Just makes you look needy. Remember, we have poise, and we've got a lifetime to work with this. We're not in a rush. We can practice some patience, and that in turn will be thanked by the nervous system, by the body. And you just quietly come to your edge, wherever that edge is, that physical, that emotional edge in the shape. And you stay on the safe side. And you notice that that changes. Don't take the chin to the chest, Lisa. That's it. Okay, and then we'll inhale and gently come on up. And exhale and release. Lie down on the earth, lying down carefully. Maybe sliding your bottom a little bit further forward so you've got some space. And bring the arms beside your body. Bend your knees, and with an in-breath, bring yourself up into Savangasana. If you're at home and you're menstruating, you might want to just take your legs up the wall, keeping your bottom on the floor. If you're here in the room and you're menstruating and you don't want to go all the way up, you can just have your legs up. You can take a strap around your feet if you want, so you feel supported. And just hold half shoulder stand for a little bit. The hands are lightly on the back. See if you can have your hands on your back, more to help you with balance rather than to prop yourself up. Can you prop yourself up? Could you take your hands away, for example, and still be there? Work on that then. And then as you get more and more comfortable, you can come up straighter and straighter. Asking yourself whether your hands are matching each other on your back. Whether your elbows to get a little closer together. You all right, Mrs.? Yeah, she's there. Breathe. We need to So tonight, keeping the left leg up towards the sky, drop the right leg down to 90 degrees. Take a breath in, and then twist to your left, taking the right leg across the face, twisting the bottom of the body, the leg part of the body. Inhale, come back to the center and lift the right leg back up. Get the hands nice and even on your back. Inhale, and as you exhale, keeping the right leg still, take the left leg down to 90 degrees. Parallel to the floor, breathe in. And as you breathe out, twist the left leg across the front of your body, twisting the legs to the right. Interesting, huh? Inhale, come back to the center and lift the left leg up towards the sky. Exhaling, bending the knees and resting the knees on the forehead or towards the forehead. Slowly extend the right toes down towards the floor. Inhale back. Exhale, left toes down towards the floor. Inhale back. Keep working with that. And then next time both feet are together, take the hands to the mat and exhale and roll down. Take the feet to the floor behind the bottom, feet hip distance apart and parallel. Take your breath in. And as you breathe out, push down through the feet and float the bottom off the earth. Clasp your hands together beneath your back, lengthen into your knuckles and float the hips nice and high. That's it. You need to keep the heels where they are, and on the right foot, bring the toes in a little bit closer to the midline. Yeah, that's a bit too much, but yeah. Okay, spread your toes nice and wide. Feel down, everyone, through the inner edge of the heel. And breathe your heart up over your throat. Go on, Tracy, a little higher. Were you asleep then? She was having a little sleep. She feels so safe and so secure. She just thought, I'll just have a little snooze. Try and keep those shoulders down, Ginny. No, those are hands. So it's the actual shoulders. They're the bits that attach your arm to your leg. So you're going to lengthen more. And I want this down. Can you feel that? Sorry, I'm not supposed to touch you, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so it's really wrap them down underneath. Your feet can go a little bit closer to your bottom. Feet a little bit, like those leggings. Those are really nice. Good. Wake up, Tracy. I'm back. Oh, well, go and use it then. Of course you can. Inhale. And before you exhale, take one hand on top of the other hand beneath your back and then lie down on top of your arms for fish. Hands come side by side. Extend the legs away. Inhale, sit up on your elbows, look at your feet. Exhale, lift the heart and come back onto the crown of the head. And we'll take lovely deep breaths into the upper chest. So when we have that sense of safety, when we have that sense of support, when we have that sense of trust, then we're able to go further than we imagined we could. We feel supported by the universe. We trust that the universe has our back. There's a lovely saying, jump and the net will appear. We talked about Lisa starting a new job soon and how she's never frightened to start again somewhere. So inspiring. And then we'll inhale and look forward. And exhale and slowly lie down. Wriggle the arms out from underneath your back. Roll your chin from shoulder to shoulder. And quietly rest in Shavasana. By all means, if you feel the need to put on any extra clothing, then do so. Otherwise, just take yourself into the shape. Surrender back into the embrace of the earth. Know that the Mother Nature has your back. Know that the universe will support you. It's a cosmic law. You just have to trust. It will do more than that. It will hold you up higher than you imagined. And all this work that we do is to take you to a place where you don't have to believe me, that you feel it, that you know it, where opportunities just are. And it feels right and it feels proper and it feels safe for you to reach for them. And yes, doubts come. But you have the tools. You have the tools of mindfulness, of awareness, of affirmation. And you can breathe yourself safe in this moment. Take a long, slow, deep breath in and out of your body. Wriggle your fingers and wriggle your toes. Enjoy a nice stretch. Bend your knees and roll to your right. And bring yourself slowly to sitting. Bringing our hands in front of our heart. Take a deep breath in. Namaste. Thank you. Can I ask a favour, please? Those of you who are on Patreon, please can you change your currency from dollars to pounds? I put a post up there last week. It'll tell you how to do it, but you basically on your PC, I don't know how you do it on your phone, but on your PC, you hover your mouse over your own icon in the right-hand corner, and then you'll go down to change my donation or something like that, and then you'll change it to British pounds. That will save you money, it'll save me money, and we can all work in pounds now that they've made that happen. So thank you guys that are on Patreon, if you could do that for me. I know some of you have already. Also, if you're on Patreon and you're local, know that there are some spaces occurring in the next month or so. People are swapping about. So if you'd like to come to class, take a butcher's online and book yourself in. Tuesday and Wednesday mornings have got space. There's the odd space here. So there are spaces as people shuffle and life changes. So please come and see us in the flesh. Thank you. Lovely to see you in the flesh. Oh, bless you. I'm sorry, you guys, about the about it slowing down and the mic going funny. I think it was my computer was running out of juice, and so it was slowing everything down. But I plugged it in, so thank you.